Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to WWE RAW Review, the show from July 22nd, 2019. And for this Monday Night Raw episode, this will be the Monday Night Raw reunion that took place at Tampa, Florida. And your commentators were Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Renee Young. And folks, I know a while back I said I was gonna start watching Raw, but because this was the Raw reunion, I gotta see how they gonna end up doing this show like they did with Raw 25, which was last year, and it felt like the same, except Raw 25. In a way, it did entertain me. This one didn't entertain me whatsoever. And I'm gonna get to why. So the show, first of all, they opened up with no Raw introduction. They also opened up with no pyro, considering that it's supposed to be a Raw reunion. And on top of that, the Raw stage still remains the same. But the crowds were hot, though, when the show opened up. And they got even more hot when the return of John Cena. There was nothing about John Cena returning to Raw for this Raw reunion. So in a way, he was a surprise to open up the show from that Raw. And he comes out, and the crowds cheer for this guy. I mean, you hear a couple of Cena suck songs, rhythm going on. But other than that, it was most likely cheers for John Cena. And then once he gets in the ring, his music stops playing. The crowds are hot for Cena. They're chanting for John Cena, saying Cena, Cena. I mean, you got a couple of fans that were booing, but you couldn't hear them because they were been drained and drawn out of the Cena's chants, because they missed Cena. I didn't miss Cena. I was glad that he was gone. Despite that I don't watch the show anymore, I was kind of glad he was gone. I still haven't forgotten the fact that John Cena has buried one of my all-time favorites. So, and on top of that, with him playing politics and music Make-A-Wish and all that stuff to get himself over, to market himself. He's a phony-ass motherfucker. Always has been, always will be. And he will always and forever will be trash. But he comes out, he starts plugging the WWE Hall of Famers like a Hulk Hogan, a Ric Flair, DX, where we changed to Triple H and Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, basically kissing the ass, pandering like you always do. And like, wow, this must be a Raw reunion, because this is what John Cena always does on that Raw. When it pertains to fans to get to love him. Which at this point, why he doesn't need to do that anyways? Because the fans are cheering for him anyway. So why does he need to do that? And it says something about, I don't know, since day one, whatever. And then he says for everyone to enjoy the show. He loves the energy and all that, whatever. Usos comes out, Jimmy and Jay. And then they said something about, Cena saying, did someone say day one? And then they said that they've been down since day one-ish, the Usos. And then the Usos wanted to see the doctor of Dogonomics. Because basically they kept saying, we want to see the doctor. Yeah, he is a doctor, right? He's a doctor of fraudonomics. Now he's not a doctor of Dogonomics. He's the doctor of fraudonomics. Because he's phony as it comes. So John Cena, he acted like he didn't want to do it, but then the Usos was like, say to Cena, oh, he's not going to do it because he's doing better things because he left us, Yeah, the whole mentality of, oh, he left us. He left us for Hollywood. He left us to do better things other than WWE. In a way, I'm kind of glad that Cena was gone, because at least John Cena will be better doing things to be failure elsewhere than being pushed and shut down our throats over the last 10+ years, burying all our favorites. But Cena decides to bring out the Doctor of Frogonomics out. The Doctor of Frogonomics, I meant to say. And he says to the Usos, because they're twins, that they look like their mugshots because of their arrest. Oh yeah, ow, wow, great. That was some rhythm and shit there. Or should I say, that was such good shit, right? Cena said he's got bounce now, but then the Uso stops him because they brought his father out, Rikishi. Rikishi comes out. Rikishi tells Cena to back his ass up in the ring because Cena was leaving because he wanted to give them the floor or whatever. And then Rikishi said to Cena that he's the man. And then he wants Cena to dance with the Usos and Rikishi, to do the two cool dance. I guess you couldn't get Scott too hardy, huh, Rikishi? Okay. For that, you lost cool points. Not just because you call Cena the man, but you couldn't bring out Scott Hardy to bring with you for this Raw reunion because Scott Hardy was part of Raw too as well. And on top of that, you want Cena to dance with you guys, with the Usos and Rikishi. Yeah, great. Rikishi, you lost cool points because of that. So they get ready to start dancing. All of a sudden, the Revival comes out, the Raw Tag Team Champions. And all of a sudden, we hear the music of Devon Dudley. And it was just Devon Dudley, no Bubba Ray Dudley, just Devon Dudley. All I can say is Bubba Ray Dudley, or should I say Bully Ray, props to you for not going to Raw reunion. And also props to Jim Ross for not going to Raw reunion as well. And you're probably wondering why I'm saying that too. I'll get to that part when I get to that one person. But also, we go backstage and we see Hulk Hogan and another Hall of Famer, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Hulk Hogan is pumping up Jimmy Hart because it's Raw reunion and blah, blah, blah. And it's whole town, blah, blah, blah. And then go to commercial break. We come back from commercial break. We get the Revival versus the Usos, with the Usos being accompanied by Rikishi and the Revival being accompanied by Devon Dudley. Why? I don't know. Rikishi, I can understand because it's their sons, obviously. Devon Dudley, why is Devon Dudley in the corner of the Revival? What's their relationship with them? Never explained by the commentators. Speaking of the commentator, we got WWE Hall of Famer Booker T joining on commentary for this to watch this non-title tag team match. So the match happens. Match was decent. It went to commercial break. And I said to myself, wait a minute. Last I heard, I thought Vince McMahon wasn't going to do any more commercials during a wrestling show. During a wrestling match on Raw and SmackDown. But I guess, Raw reunion, this is stuff that needs to do on Raw reunions. This stuff that needs to do on Old Town Raw, where it pertains to, wrestling, and then we go to commercial. And then we come back from commercial and just do wrestling. So this must be a Raw reunion, right? Terrible. Also, we get one of the Usos outside the ring. I believe it was Jey Uso. Yeah, it was Jey Uso. Devon Douglas tried to go after him. Rikishi walks up. And basically, Rikishi and Devon starts mouthing out at each other. I thought they was going to get physical, but that's not what happened. They didn't get physical at all. So basically, their role was there just to be managers and not do anything. Hell, not even do a punch. At least Rikishi, do a punch at Devon Dudley, but no, that didn't happen at all. All they did is talk shit to each other. Lame. But anyways, the Usos ends up winning at the end of the day. Because fuck the Revival, right? Despite them being Raw Tag Team Champions, fuck the Revival, right? After the match, the Usos, Rikishi starts dancing in the ring. I guess maybe that's something. I'm celebrating the ring. I meant to say, excuse me. I apologize. And there you go. Also, we go backstage. We see Alicia Fox with Caitlyn and with Dana Brooke. Also, we get WWE Hall of Famer Tori Wilson comes up, and then Santino Marella shows up. At this point, it was Dana Brooke and Caitlyn, they left, while in WWE's words, the so-called legends, Alicia Fox, Santino Marella, what are their legends of? Tori Wilson, on the other hand, I agree with her being a legend. I mean, she's a Hall of Famer now, obviously. But Alicia Fox, a legend? A legend of what? Well, what has she done in WWE that makes her a legend? And as far as Santino Marella, what has he done to become a legend in WWE? All he's done is make people laugh with his comedy skits. How's that being a legend? Don't the Clown is a better legend than Santino Marella. And this is not me knocking Santino Marella, Anthony Carelli. That's his real name, by the way. But, and then he brought out his Cobra, and then Drew McIntyre shows up. He was not amused, and then he says, legends, and he walks off. Lame. And then we go to commercial break. After the commercial break, we see Troy Caruso backstage with the WWE, or should I say, dumbass Troy Caruso, with the WWE 24/7 champion, R-Truth, and Carmella. I got something to say about the 24/7 belt once I get to the Mick Foley part. I'll get to that later, because Mick Foley was on the show later. We'll get to that later. So this shows footage of R-Truth retaining the title over the Hurricane and Drake Maverick at some San Diego Comic-Con IGM thing that it did this past weekend. I didn't know that was going on. I don't care. But when I saw that, the Hurricane, basically that referee there, the Hurricane was trying to pin R-Truth. R-Truth kicks out, and then Hurricane says, "What's up with that?" and then flies away. Drake Maverick comes out of nowhere. I guess he's just like a banana, I guess, because he's wearing all yellow, whatever. He tried to pin R-Truth. R-Truth kicks out, and he gets away. So we go back to where Troy Caruso is interviewing R-Truth and Carmella. Also, we get Drake Maverick's wife, Renee Michelle, showing up to have some words with R-Truth, saying that you ruined my husband's life and my marriage and my wedding and blah, 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 blah. Renee, Michelle, and Carmella start having words at each other and all that. Also, Drake Maverick syncs up, pins R-Truth, because the new 24/7 champion. Drake and Renee hurry away with the title. And R-Truth and Carmella go chasing after them. Troy Caruso looks, or should I say, dumbass Troy Caruso looks in shock. Also, we get WWE Hall of Famer the Godfather show up. And then, basically his music playing and all that. And he still looks good, by the way. For the Godfather, in his age right now, and his physical appearance, still looks good. But he says to Troy Caruso, it's time to come aboard the that sound that you heard from me, folks, is the Godfather not saying the whole train. But you know who did say the whole train, though? The crowds. Because the crowds knew what the Godfather was going to say. Because, they know who the Godfather is, obviously, during the days of the Attitude Era. And days of the Ruthless Aggression Era, where it comes to making special appearances. And also represents the PG era as well. But the point is, the Godfather, he can't even say the whole train. They PG the Godfather. On top of that, we're the hoes. Or the escorts that's on what WWE always says, pertains to the Godfather. Instead of saying whole train, the escorts. Wow. Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander. Match never happened because Drew McIntyre attacks Cedric. Cedric fights back, but then Drew McIntyre gets the better of him and then gets him in the inverted Alabama slam onto the ring apron, the most hardest part of the ring, and that was it. Also, we see the Viking Raiders backstage, and then we go to break. After the break, Drake Maverick is in the locker room, to get his stuff. All of a sudden, there's some worms in his luggage, and I knew what was coming from there. It was the Boogeyman, obviously. One of my favorite gimmick characters during the Ruthless Aggression era, the Boogeyman. Who says, "I'm the Boogeyman and I'm coming to get you." And that's what he says to Drake Magic. He trips, only for the Boogeyman's music to stop playing, and then the Boogeyman wasn't there anymore. So basically, Drake Magic was imagining this whole thing of the Boogeyman being there. And all of a sudden, Pat Patterson walks in. He said, "What's going on in here?" And there's a referee next to him. And I say to myself, okay, that's kind of make no sense here. Why would you have a referee with you if you're trying to figure out what's going on here? Unless you could have a security with you to find out what's going on here. But at the same time, this is Pat Patterson, a former wrestler. But anyways, Pat Patterson walks in and he said, "What's going on here?" And also he starts kicking Drake Magic. And I say to myself, wait a minute, first you only heard noise and you want to find out what's going on in there. And then we see Drake Magic on the floor, you start kicking him and all that. And like, what the fuck? And then he's like, "Ref, count it." Like, what? Now, first of all, how do you know that Drake Magic was going to be in the room anyways? Like, who wrote this shit? Oh my god, my intelligence was insulted here. But Pat Patterson pins Drake Magic to become the new 24/7 champion. So I guess Pat Patterson being the 24/7 champion is more important than him being the hardcore champion back in the Attitude Era. Even at that time it was 24/7 rules as well. Garbage. Also, you see Christian on commentary. And basically the commentators were all putting over the 24/7 championship, saying that Christian, maybe you have a shot to go after the 24/7 championship from Pat Patterson, whatever. Also, Lillian Garcia shows up in the ring to be a ring announcer for this next match. So you're telling me that you couldn't have Lillian Garcia, meant to say, excuse me. So you're telling me you couldn't have Lillian Garcia being a ring announcer for the entire night? I thought this is Raw Reunion, right? Why couldn't she, be a ring announcer for the entire show? I actually kind of miss her, by the way. But I guess we're stuck with Mike Rome for after this. But yeah, Lillian Garcia was a special ring announcer for this match, which it was the War Viking Rating Experience versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. All I gotta say is that Kurt Hawkins wearing the his own customized tights in tribute to Edge, to a fellow Edgehead, basically. The Edge tights that Edge wore back in the Attitude Era, during the times with Edge and Christian, those the tights that he once wore. Hawkins was wearing his own tights represents of Edge. So I thought that was a nice touch there. But as far as the match was, it was short, and the War Viking Rating Experience won. Also, we see Mike Kanellis with Eve Torres. We can see the SmackDown Executive Director, Eric Bischoff. We see also a couple of other stars backstage. Also, we see Maria Kanellis walking up. She's not happy with Mike Kanellis, and I could care less. But all of a sudden, WWE Hall of Famer Ron Simmons shows up. He sees that Mike Kanellis is being emasculated by his wife Maria Kanellis, and then he gets the microphone from Jimmy Hart and says, "Damn!" I kind of laughed at that a little bit, so I thought that was funny. Because he did with a microphone. I never seen him do a microphone before, so with that microphone, it was a nice touch there. So, as NBC Smojo walk up backstage, to get ready to go into the ring, and then we go to break. After the commercial break, we see the OC, which is the original club. Yeah, that basically they call themselves the original club, but by shortening themselves by calling them the OC, which is AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. And they say that they're in celebration, but not before Raw Reunion, but for themselves, because they're the OCs, and they're the most dominant group in history. And tonight they're going to prove it. Then, now, forever. Right. Also, we get to cut to backstage. where we see WWE Hall of Famer Joe Briscoe that he's won the 24/7 championship from Pat Patterson. Even though they didn't show how that happened, but yeah, Joe Briscoe wins the belt from Pat Patterson. So basically, with Joe Briscoe, winning that 24/7 championship belt means more important to him than him becoming hardcore champion back in the days as well. When, at the time it was 24/7 rules in the Attitude Era. Also, Briscoe walks up to Kelly Kelly. Kelly Kelly smiling and everything, like she always does. And basically, she low blows him, pins him, and becomes the new 24/7 champion. So basically, Kelly Kelly is now the first ever 24/7 champion. Basically, she beat Carmella to the punch. There you go. Then we see Samoa Joe coming out. He says he isn't happy what pertains to Raw reunion. He says that, basically what pertains to the Usos and their daddy, what pertains to being with John Cena and all that. Basically making fun of the Usos and all that, talking about how it's embarrassing and everything. And then talking about, pandering, more dancing, more passing out stink faces and everything. Also, Roman Reigns comes out, and you kind of see where this was going. Because, this actually felt like a Raw reunion because we got Roman Reigns there. And we're going to see Roman Reigns beat up Samoa Joe. To defend his honor of his family. And that's exactly what happened there. Roman Reigns said, Samoa Joe, don't be saying something about my family. And then Samoa Joe said, well, I just said something about your family. And then basically they're having words back and forth and everything. Samoa Joe tried to get a sneak attack on Reigns, but Reigns fights back. And they start having a fight, basically. And then Samoa Joe gets knocked out by a Superman punch. Reigns stands in the ring, is standing tall. Samoa Joe on the floor, and he's like, you want to see us fight? And he's like, nope, we're not doing it. And then Roman Reigns gets the microphone and said, so you're a coward. And then Samoa Joe's like, you want this match? You got it. And then also we get to a referee, and then we go to break. After the break, we get this match between Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. Match itself was alright, but I didn't care because Roman Reigns won. So once again, Samoa Joe loses another match in WWE. He talks a lot of game, but can't back it up in the ring. Also, we've seen the Miz, and we go to break. We come back from commercial break. The Miz is in the ring for his Miz TV segment with Seth freaking Rollins. So basically, Seth freaking Rollins is basically it's about Brock Lesnar and the whole Universal Championship at SummerSlam. So Rollins was making fun of Paul Heyman's the way that he says Brock Lesnar, the whole thing how Paul Heyman says like this. Brock Lesnar. That's what Seth Rollins did. But when Seth Rollins did, it was so cringy that I couldn't stand listening to that. And basically, I skipped a couple of things of it. Of hearing Seth Rollins, because I don't care I don't care about him talking about anything. But he says that Brock Lesnar is a Seth Rollins wannabe because Brock Lesnar cashed in on Seth Rollins. And I say to myself, Edge did it. CM Punk did it. Randy Orton did it. Daniel Bryan did it. Jack Swagger did it. Who else can I say? Well, I can't say RVD or Braun Strowman because at least they did it right. Who else can I put in that category that was Money in the Bank? That cashed in and successfully became champion. Oh yeah, Dolph Ziggler did it. Who else? Hell, even Seth Rollins did to Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31. So what is Seth Rollins talking about here? And Seth Rollins wants to go there. Let's go further than that. Seth Rollins, you're a CM Punk wannabe. You're an AJ Styles wannabe. You're a Shawn Michaels wannabe. You're an Edge wannabe. If anyone is a wannabe here, it's you. And not to mention, you're a Kenny Omega wannabe. You stole his move the way Kenny Omega did it in Japan. And also pertains to Kazuchika Okada. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. Paul Heyman came out to interrupt. Seth Rollins says to basically warns him that he's got 5 seconds to get to beat it, whatever, or he's going to car stop him and everything, right? And Paul Heyman runs away because Seth Rollins was counting so fast. It was so cringy. Seth Rollins kept talking about Brock Lesnar and all that. And he talks about AJ Styles. So cringy, and that was it. This was terrible. Fuck Seth Rollins. He's overrated. He is overrated as fuck. Then we get Troy Caruso backstage, what pertains to the Raw reunion party continuing. Also, Sami Zayn shows up, and basically he interrupts the party and says he's not happy with the Legends getting TV time and blah blah blah. And then Rey Mysterio Jr. shows up to defend their honors because Rey Mysterio Jr. is also a legend in his own right. Sami Zayn is still talking trash. Then Kurt Angle shows up because Mysterio and Sami Zayn was gonna have at it. Kurt Angle's like, we saw this in the ring and all that, and blah blah blah, because he needs to be general manager and blah blah blah. Wow, what a use of Kurt Angle, right? And then we go to break. We come out from commercial break. Kelly is backstage with the, because she's the 24/7 champion. She's holding up in the air like, yay, I'm the champion, look at me, I'm the champion. Yeah, you're holding the belt up in the air that you're a champion while you're backstage. That was so cringy. So also she meets up with Candice Michelle, Molina, and Naomi. I'm surprised they didn't invite Cameron. Because Cameron is a huge fan of Molina and Alicia Fox. Because Candice, Cameron couldn't get enough of talking about her favorite match that she ever watched was Molina versus Alicia Fox. That goes to show how Cameron's credibility of being a professional wrestler. Because the match was trash between Molina and Alicia Fox. It's not because of Molina, obviously. Because at the time, Alicia Fox was still green. I mean, yeah, she's athletic but at the same time, it wasn't a great match. I don't know what Cameron was smoking during that time when she thought that match was great, and why she signaled that as her favorite match of all time. But whatever. But Naomi was there to be there, and wow, how irrelevant Naomi has become ever since coming to Raw. But yeah, I guess she must be happy about that too, But whatever. But Candice, Michelle, Molina, Naomi was backstage with Kelly. Kelly is, letting them know that she's the champion. And then Molina was like, I got a license. Or Candice Michelle said that Molina's got her license. And Kelly's like, okay, license for what? And then Molina reveals that a license to be a referee. So the Candice Michelle attacks Kelly, beats her up, pins her, and becomes the new 24/7 champion. So you're telling me they set this whole thing up for Kelly to get beaten up by Candice Michelle when Molina, supposedly had a license to be a referee. I feel like my intelligence was insulted once again. Holy shit, this was so fucking bad. So Candice Michelle wins the belt, Now she's the second woman to become 24/7 champion. Again, another one who just beat Carmelo to the punch. And Carmelo starts doing her dance. Candice Michelle meant to say, start doing her dancing, her signature dance move that she does, which I always enjoy, which she would have done with a different outfit. And also Medusa comes out, or should I say, Alundra Blaze, WWE Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze, puts her in a chokehold. Candice Michelle taps out, and now even Medusa, Alundra Blaze, who's now the third time ever. The third ever, meant to say, the third ever female women's wrestler to become 24/7 champion before Carmella. So Alundra Blaze basically said that she's not gonna be champion for long, and she's gonna showcase it why later on. So there you go. So in a way, I kind of enjoy seeing Alundra Blaze on Raw. And on top of that, when she said that too, by the way, with not being champion for that long, I knew what she was going to do. I knew what she was going to. I know what she meant when she said that, and we'll get to that later, folks. Because later on, she was not Alundra Blaze at the time; she was Medusa at the time, just for a little bit. But we'll get that later. Then we get some Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Sami Zayn. This is when we had Jonathan Coachman showing up on commentary. And then they start hyping up on the commentary that Jonathan Coachman should go to the 24/7 championship, or to I think they also want Corey Grace to go out to the belt too. Oh my God, the 24/7. I'll get to that later when I get to McFoley. So the match happened between Sami Zayn and Rey Mysterio Jr. Sami Zayn was getting the better. Was getting some good offense, and Mysterio was making some comebacks. Sami Zayn also, he wanted to leave. All of a sudden, I couldn't believe who came out. Wow, are you kidding me? Rob Van Dam. When I heard One of a Kind from Rob Van Dam, like, this gotta be a troll. And sure enough, he comes out in ring gear doing Rob Van Dam. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute, what is this? You're supposed to be on Impact Wrestling. And then I found out, days later, that Impact Wrestling gave him the blessing to be there. So he's still on the contract with Impact Wrestling, but Impact Wrestling gave him the blessing to be there. But at the same time, what did he do on that show? All he did was just show up and did this. Rob Van Dam. That's all he did. He didn't do anything on Raw. He didn't have a match. He didn't get physical. He just showed up and just did Rob Van Dam. So basically, Mr. Monday Nights came out there to get a payday from WWE. So now he came from Mr. Monday Night to Mr. Sellout. Are you kidding me, RVD? Wow. Mr. Monday Night became Mr. Sellout. So Sami Zayn sees this, and he goes to RVD, but all of a sudden, Sergeant Slaughter comes out. And Sami said, now what's he going to do? He's old. He's out of his prime. And then the Hurricane comes out. And then Kurt Angle comes out. And then the crowd's, because of his music, you suck. No, the show sucked. That's what it was. The show sucked. Raw sucked. Raw sucked. That's what sucked. So basically, they all charging at Sami Zayn to turn back into get back in the ring. Rey Mysterio Jr. gets to him. They start fighting, and then Mysterio gets the better of him. 619, frog splash in honor of RVD, and gets the win. This was shit. And then Mysterio celebrates with the legends at ringside. Whatever. And then we see Ric Flair showing up in a limousine. Because, woo! Limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, willing dealing, son of a gun. I'm God. Woo! Oldest line, oldest ride. Woo! Anyways, I enjoy to see Ric Flair there, though. Who's also a WWE Hall of Famer. Also, we see the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, which is Angelo Dawkins and Montel Ford. So Angelo Dawkins telling Montel Ford, Montez Ford, excuse me. I don't know where I got Montel from. Montez Ford. But Angelo Dawkins says to Montez Ford that he's been into the bathroom getting high and drinking champagne with Rob Van Dam and with WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry and Ric Flair, and then with Kelly. And then he says he had to leave because the boogeyman showed up. And basically, Montez Ford was in a maze, in shock and everything, and like I can't believe it and all that. And then all of a sudden he said, "Oh, I gotta go." The Godfather's calling me and everything. And then he walks off, and that was it. This is the only time that I didn't like the Street Profits promos, segment basically. Wow. Well, I'll tell you one thing. At least they had Angelo Dawkins go after the 24/7 championship. That's all I gotta say. So then we get to WWE 24/7 champion, Alundra Blaze coming out to approach the commentators, like back in the day in 1995 when she was women's champion in WWF, when she showed up on WCW Monday Nitro, where Eric Bischoff, Tony Schiavone, if I can guess, and Mike Tenay on commentary. I think it might have been Eric Bischoff, Steve Michael, and Mike Tenay maybe. I don't know, or maybe it was Tony Schiavone. Either way, but the point is, Medusa at the time threw the belt into the trash of the WWF Women's Championship on Nitro back in 1995. So she's going to do the same thing here next to the commentators, with to the 24/7 championship. And she said that she's not going to be champion for that long. And this is why, because she brought a chance can. And I was like, yes, do it. Get rid of that belt. Because it's fucking garbage anyways. So she's going to do it, but all of a sudden, because everybody's got a price from the $1 Million Man. Yeah, so the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, who's also a WWE Hall of Famer, he buys the belt from Medusa, Alundra Blaze. Medusa takes the money, walks off. So Ted DiBiase is now the 24/7 champion. So I guess being the 24/7 champion means more than being the $1 Million champion, or it means more than being a tag team champion, or it means more when you try to buy the WWF Championship belt when Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan. Even though at the time too, the president of WWF at the time, what was his name again? Jack Tunney, which I hated him, by the way. He was garbage, but rest in peace to him though. But at the same time, he was garbage. But he decided to take it away from him at the time. So I said, Mr. Wait, at that time, he was trying to buy the WWF Championship belt so that he could be champion. And Jack Tunney took that away from him because you can't do that. But in this day and age, with the 24/7 Championship, with Ted DiBiase trying to buy, basically bought the belt from, to take it away from Alundra Blaze, that's allowed. No one's going to take that away from him. To say, oh no, you can't do it that way. That's not supposed to win championships. My intelligence once again has been fucking insulted. And then we go a break. After the break, we get AJ Styles versus Seth freaking Rollins. And this is the part where Jerry the King Lawler just being on commentary. So, oh yeah, also you had the OCs there as well. Gallows and Anderson for AJ Styles. So the match happens. I was not enjoying the match, folks. I was losing interest in the match. Maybe because how bad the show was, in my opinion. So Rollins fights back with Styles on the apron and everything. Also a distraction from the OC, the club, the original club. And they was gonna beat up on Seth Rollins on the outside. All of a sudden, this came out of the blue. The Generation X, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, Hall of Famers, come out to help Seth Rollins against the OGs. And then they go to break. Basically, there was no fighting going on, but they went to break. I mean, we come back from break. Match still continues. Only for Seth Rollins to win via disqualification because the OGs got involved. What a fucking waste of match this was. This was a turbo match at this point. This match was fucking garbage. So immediately GX gets in the ring to save Seth Rollins. And AJ Styles telling DX, you're supposed to be one of us, the whole too sweet thing and everything. So the DX goes to, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, they do this, DX thing, and then I knew this was coming. They did this, and all of a sudden, suck it to the OGs. I mean, the OCs, the original club. And I said to myself, oh yeah, I didn't see that coming. Fuck you, Triple H. And fuck you, Seth Rollins. So also they start fighting for a little bit. And also the OCs get to steal chairs. Also you hear the Raw Dog, Jesse James music hits. And I hope and pray to God that Billy Gunn did not come either. So sure enough, they show Raw Dog coming out with X-Pac. And then we see Kevin Nash and Scott Hall with the NWO t-shirts on. And thank God, no Billy Gunn on that show because he refused to go too. And then, Road Dogg says, you guys may be the OCs, but we're the OGs. Oh, clever. Fuck you too, Road Dogg. Oh, names don't matter in WWE. Fuck you. It's just like, wins and losses don't matter in WWE. And all the other excuses, bullshit that he came out with on Twitter to defend his argument, which is fucking makes no fucking sense at all. Anyways, there's no logic behind it either. Fucking hate Road Dogg. Fucking hate Triple H. Fucking hate Seth Rollins. So basically, the OCs retreat because old guys like Road Dogg, X-Pac, Hall, Nash, Hunter, Michaels, we're gonna be up the OGs. I mean, they were gonna be up the OCs, along with Seth Rollins too, by the way. Seth freaking Rollins. But so they backed off, and AJ Styles was warning until Shawn Michaels saying to Road Dogg, to Michaels, to Hunter, to saying, I know you guys are right. You're down there on NXT. We're gonna come down to NXT. Yeah, sure, you're gonna come down to NXT. Just like the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, we're gonna come down to NXT too. When Sasha Banks and Bayley were Tag Team Champions, even though they were there one time, but they were there just to make an announcement that they were gonna be there to defend the tag belts. That WWE promised them they would, and they fucking lied to them. And now we got the Iconics, who are the Tag Team Champions for the SmackDown from the Women's Tag Team Championships. Yeah, the Iconics. Where are they? Not only they're not doing it on Raw or on SmackDown, they're not even on NXT. And the same thing with the 24/7 Championship. I thought the 24/7 Championship belt was going to be on NXT as well, and NXT UK. Did Mick Foley say that before when he introduced the belt? No, it's probably making any fucking sense. There's no continuity. There's no logic. But then Seth Rollins gets the honors from DX by saying, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it. So cringy to hear Seth Rollins say that, by the way. You know what, Seth Rollins? You, Triple H, and Road Dogg, all three of you can go get a room together and go suck it with each other. And while you're at it, take the 24/7 belt with you too. And WCW Hall of Famer Mick Foley with Mark Henry, who's also a Hall of Famer in his own right, talking backstage, and we go to break. After the break, we see WWE 24/7 champion Ted DiBiase going into his limo. Also, we hear him getting beat up. We couldn't see him get beat up because he's in the limousine, obviously. And then also Drake Maverick comes out, and he's the new 24/7 champion. And then also we see the catering club, the ones that you don't see on TV that much. Like the Lucha Trash Party, the Soul Trash Jose, Titus O'Neil, EC3, Mojo Rawley, and whoever else was there too. The catering club. They chase after Drake Maverick, basically playing follow the leader. And then we get to W Hall of Famer Mick Foley in the ring. He plugs SummerSlam. And all of a sudden, Drake Maverick comes out of nowhere, runs into the ring, because he's being chased by the catering club, and Mick Foley's like, come here to Drake Maverick. And then Drake Maverick gets away. I guess Mick Foley was too slow. And you got the catering clubs going after Drake Maverick because they want to be champions. Basically they the way they do it is so fucking stupid. Doing this whole wild goose chase. It's hard. It's kind of complicated to basically. It's an example. Pretend this is Drake Maverick right here. Okay. Hold on a second. In fact, yeah. Pretend this is Drake Maverick right here. Yay! I'm the champion. Oh. I gotta run away. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Mojo Rawley. Cedric Alexander. Well, actually, Cedric Alexander's not there. He was beaten up earlier. I forgot. But anyways, but back to this. Drake Maverick. Yeah, I'm the champion. Oh. Yeah. That's what it was. In fact, I was entertaining myself here, folks. In fact, let me do it this way because the wire was in the way. So here we go. Drake Maverick. Yay, I'm the champion. Oh. Run away. Mojo Rawley. Robert Roode. Eric Young. No Way Jose. Titus O'Neil. Get him. That's what it was. It's fucking stupid. So Mick Foley was like, trying to get Drake Maverick in the ring. Drake Maverick got away though. And then Mick Foley was saying he's got to get his hand on that 24/7 championship belt. And I said to myself, fuck that fucking belt! That don't mean fucking shit! It's fucking garbage! You know what? I really wish Medusa Ray took that belt and just threw it in the trash. Because it's fucking garbage. They're overing that shit on commentary. They're overing that shit backstage. Overing that shit on at IGM, Comic Con, wherever we're at. Overing that shit like it means something. It doesn't mean shit. It's fucking garbage. Doesn't have anything on the Hardcore Championship belt. So Mick Foley talked about his moment on Raw was over years ago, representing him winning the WWF Championship at the time against The Rock. Also, in the screen starts going out, the light starts flickering, and I knew what was coming from here. It was Bray Wyatt showing up obviously as the Fiend. And all I can say is this was the best thing besides Ron Simmons' Damn. Candice Michelle's Dance. Tori Wilson showing up. Lillian Garcia, even though for that one time ring announcer. I'm gonna say this: Joe Briscoe. It's good to see Joe Briscoe. I don't know what to say, folks. Oh yeah, and again, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt gives Mick Foley the mandible claw, and I was saying to myself, so far this was the best thing I saw on Raw, when it pertains to Raw reunion. Oh yeah, also the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman. It was good. It was good to see the Boogeyman. Good to see the Godfather. So there you go. But yeah, I turn around on this whole thing with Bray Wyatt now because at first for a while now, I thought they was going to have him, look at Mr. Rogers, to basically have him wrestle in that outfit. But instead, they're going to have him wrestle as the Fiend. Basically, he's got two split personalities. One that's the normal Bray Wyatt, but then when Bray Wyatt becomes more beyond bad and a level beyond evil, he becomes the Fiend. Now, as a matter of fact, a level beyond bad, and that's evil, and that's the Fiend. So but with the mask and the pants, which just look like a red and black stripe, basically. Yeah, that's, and hopefully WWE doesn't fuck this up, which I'm pretty sure they will. But that was it. And then we go a break. After the break, they immediately go to a moment of bliss. So the commentators did not sell Mick Foley's update, health, and all that after what happened with him in the ring with Mr. Bray Wyatt. But then Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross came out, and with the whole moment of bliss, and they said, after what we just saw, we can all use a moment of bliss. So basically, they just told you right there that they don't give a fuck about Mick Foley, kayfabe wise. So a moment of bliss. This show. Becky Lynch was the guest, the Raw Women's Champion. So she talks about her match against Natalya for SummerSlam. Natalya comes out and says, let's hatch it up right now and blah blah blah. And basically they start talking back and forth with one another. They start fighting, and we get a pull apart from referees while Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross were watching on, drinking their mugs, and that was it. And they go a break. After the break, we see Troy Caruso interviewing Natalya. Natalya's ranting on about she's gonna take the belt away from Becky Lynch at SummerSlam at Toronto Ontario, Canada, and I'm like, we'll see. And finally, the 24/7 champion Drake Maverick shows up to get away in his limousine with Renee Michelle to escape. Only for R-Truth to come out of nowhere to try to go for a roll up. Drake Maverick was holding out to Renee Michelle. Only for Carmella to come out of nowhere and kick his hand off of her, and then he gets rolled up. R-Truth pins him. R-Truth wins back to the 24/7 championship. R-Truth goes into the limbo. Wow, you have Renee Michelle in there. And then it tells the driver to drive. And then Drake Maverick was like, my baby. And then Carmella was left behind. And Drake Maverick looks at Carmella and said, honey, I'm sorry. And then he realized that wasn't his wife. That was just Carmella. And he's like, oh no, my wife's been taken. Fucking garbage! Someone take that Trump for JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. Where the fuck was he? John Bradshaw Layfield, he once took the once took the WWE United States Championship, custom made by John Cena, the spinner one, threw it into the trash and burn it. Where was JBL? So he could take that 24/7 championship belt and put it in the trash and fucking burn it. Fuck that WWE championship belt. And I'm not talking about the WWE championship belt that Kofi Kingston got. But at the same time, fuck that belt too. That fucking design. Burn that shit too. And the Universal Championship. And why add the rest of the other main championship belts as well? The Raw Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship. Burn all the hell. For all I care. But what I meant was, burn that WWE 24/7 Championship belt. It doesn't mean shit. Braun Strowman beat some guy named Randy RAW. Don't even ask who is Randy RAW. So basically, Braun Strowman beats a jobber. And I say to myself, this is the same shit that we've seen back in 2016. Why are we seeing this again? Where's the repush of Braun Strowman? Are you telling me this is going to be a new beginning start of Braun Strowman getting a repush? But I gotta say one thing though. Corey Graves botched the guy's name, Randy RAW. He called Randy RAW as Brandy Rose. I shit you not. I literally heard him say Brandy Rose to Randy RAW. And then Corey Graves was cracking on commentary after that when he made a mistake. And I was laughing too. Like, oh my god, something that was more entertaining on the show here. A botch by Corey Graves, even though it wasn't intentionally, but it wasn't intentional. But Corey Graves botching that, saying Brandy Rose, he was cracking up after that. He started cracking up too because I couldn't stop laughing. It was funny. He botched. Obviously, he made a mistake there, but it was funny. Something made me fucking laugh. Besides Ron Strowman, which I kind of chuckled a little bit for that one. And I can't remember what else I laughed at too. Basically, I'm looking for something that to make me laugh on the show, and I couldn't get any of that. So far, Corey Graves made me laugh on the show. Thank God. And then we go a break. Because yeah, again, Braun Strowman won. Big whoop. And now finally, a toast to Monday Night Raw because of the Raw reunion. Oh yeah, a toast to one of the most shittiest, most worst weekly epic failure television show in fucking history. You got WWE Hall of Fame Ric Flair coming out. You got a couple of returning stars, and legends and Hall of Famers coming out, except for Mick Foley. And you gotta love the fact that Devon Dudley and Rikishi, after having some words with each other, also and now they're buddies now. Candice Michelle and Kelly. Oh, no hard feelings, right? Me being you on for the 24/7 championship belt. No hard feelings, right? All girly, buddies, whatever, right? And Joe Briscoe, Pat Patterson, Joe Briscoe beat Pat Patterson to be 24/7 champion backstage. Now they're all buddies again. At the end of the day, it's all part of a Raw reunion. Terrible. So yeah, Ric Flair was away from the stars, legends, and Hall of Famers, and then Hulk Hogan comes out and he's like, "Let me tell you something, brother. This is Raw reunion, brother. This is the best Raw reunion for the first time, brother. Now, actually, there's been a lot of Raw reunions before, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm just doing the whole women and brother, brother, in Orlando, Florida, brother. I'm just kidding, brother. We're in Tampa, Florida, brother. Because I got news for you, brother. Raw reunion, brother, for the first time, brother. The last time, brother. The only time, brother. Raw reunion, brother. Then, brother. Now, brother. Forever, brother. And when that bell rings, brother. Oh, ho, ho, brother. You know, the whole cramp. Oh, brother. Yeah, that. Anyways. And he says, what you gonna do, brother, when Raw reunion runs wrong, you brother. And then also Stone Cold comes out, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, he starts coming out, and the crowds, they were cheering for him, but it wasn't an Attitude Era pop like it used to be. Stone Cold starts cutting a promo, and he basically in the ring, and you got the rest of the other star, you got the rest of them on stage, basically, and Stone Cold was like talking about his brothers and sisters on the road and all that, were chance to paying dues, telling stories and everything. They left blood, sweat, tears, and blah blah blah. They left it all in the ring, all that, and blah blah blah. And it's all about a Raw reunion, blah blah blah. It's all about being family and blah 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 and blah blah blah, and drinking beer and eating sushis and doing podcasts and blah 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 and what. So Stone Cold Steve Austin want everyone to come to the ring because we're going to do a toast to Raw for this Raw reunion, and that's what they did, except for Alicia Fox, except for Kurt Angle, even though it was fake beer, but whatever. And there you go. And that was Raw reunion, folks. Talking about wrestling for a Raw reunion. Six matches, and they were all short, except for the Raw, or should I say the non-Raw Tag Team Championship titles. That was the only thing that was long. The rest of the matches were short, and the one match was garbage because AJ Styles and Seth Rollins ended by DQ. And no, the 24/7 belt does not include it, does not count. So fuck that shit. And on top of that, Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander never happened. So it would have been 7, but that never happened. So, but yeah, this show was not about wrestling. This show was about Raw reunion. It was about the characters. It was about the legends. It was about the Hall of Famers. It was about the gimmicks. That's all it was, and it was fucking garbage. So my overall rating for the show, 0 out of 10. Fuck this show. Fuck Monday Night Raw. Fuck SmackDown, because I'm not gonna watch that either. This will be the last time I'll ever watch Monday Night Raw ever again. Raw reunion was right up there with Raw 25. Garbage. And as far as the Raw ratings was, sure, it may surpass last week's ratings, where it pertains to 0.80 something million ratings. For but for this week's was about 1 point what 50 something or 60 something million ratings for the for Monday Night Raw. Now, when it pertains to the first hour of Raw, it was about 3 point something million views, and then the second hour was 3 point something million views, and then it went from and the third hour went to 2 point something million views, and I could and then basically when it pertains to the Raw ratings, again a 1 point, again 50 or 60 something ratings. Where were the 2 point something ratings? Where were the 3 point something ratings? Where were the 4 points or the 5 points? Where were those high ratings? Because it's just Raw reunion, right? It's all about seeing Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. And by the way, no Undertaker, no Sting, no Psycho Sid. Who else got put in there? Hell, we even got John Cena there. Oh yeah, there was no Edge. But yeah, you got no. But we had John Cena there. DX, RVD, Rey Mysterio Jr., the Hurricane. I'm not going to include The Rock because I knew The Rock was going to be there. Wasn't going to be there anyways. But the point is, with all those star powers, where were the high ratings? It still remains the same. You didn't get the Attitude Era fans back. You didn't get the Ruthless Aggression Era fans back. You didn't get the WCW fans back. You didn't get the ECW fans back. You didn't get the hardcore fans back. You didn't get the old school fans back. What does the show accomplish? It accomplished that it's still shitty. It's still the same old shit. It's still trash. It's still garbage. And what it accomplished for me as well, it accomplished for me to never watch Raw ever again. No more Raw after Manias and big pay-per-views as well. No more Raw reunions. No more Raw special attractions, whatever it's bullshit they'll do. Fuck it. Fuck Raw. Now we'll get SmackDown a chance. When they move to Fox, I want to see how they move away from the comedy stuff and focus more on sports. Let's see what SmackDown does when they move to Fox. Other than that, fuck SmackDown. And once again, fuck Raw and fuck Raw Reunion. And while I'm mad too, fuck Vince McMahon. Raw shitty show with a raw shitty segments. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. If you like the show, folks, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy the show, more power to you. If you enjoy the show, great. In my opinion, I did not enjoy it. In my opinion, I thought it sucked. But if you enjoyed it, don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, okay? Because your opinions matter. Whatever you say, how you felt about the show, is all your choice to if you enjoyed it or not. It's your opinion if you enjoyed it or not. No one don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But at the same time, in return, respect my decision, respect my opinion, respect my view of it, my point of view of it. I thought it was boring. It was trash. It was garbage, and it's just made me appreciate AEW more. AEW, all the way. New Japan, all the way. Impact Wrestling, all the way. Other wrestling promotions that I'm interested, all the way. But I cannot do Raw or SmackDown anymore. WWE has gone far away for what we used to love. what we used to enjoy. But that's all I gotta say, folks. So that being said, thank you all for watching. It's Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets. This was your WWE RAW review for the last time ever from July 22nd, 2019. And fuck the WWE 24/7 Championship belt because it's fucking garbage!